Should be fun.
All right. So we've got some people, and we're going to start. So basically, want to thank you guys for joining in this morning. We've, for those of you watching, we've got Teresa Colbert with CarPart. We've got Becky with UCC. We've got Paul with Raz. And I thought it would be fun to reach out to you guys because honestly, we see each other a lot, traveling around the country throughout the year, and we all have a lot of fun. We enjoy seeing all our friends and business partners, and this has obviously been a very trying time, and for an extrovert like myself to be locked down for 2 weeks, you know, I'm not complaining. There are people who have bigger problems, but it's certainly not, you know, the norm for me. So I thought you guys kind of shared this, and I wanted to reach out. And plus, I think all of our industry friends and associates are missing you guys. So I thought we'd take an opportunity to get us all out there and talk to them.
There's no one I love more than like the three of you. And I really do miss seeing the recyclers, traveling with everyone. But, you know, we are business as usual in some ways here at United Catalyst. Our production crew is still working. We use respirators in the production facility anyway. So we've just kind of added the social distancing aspect. And we've also added the masks when we're not wearing respirators. And so everyone's cleaning, which we probably should, you know, we have always done, but even more so now. And we gave our administrative team an option early on to work from home. And last Monday, everyone cleared out that wanted to. And Richa and I are here holding down the fort. But we have joined workplace chat, which is free by Facebook. And we've got like all our department chat meetings and everything. I mean, we are just flying through using all the tools available to us.
Cool. Paul, how are things at Raz, and how are you guys, how have you guys been adjusting?
Well, we actually have, maybe most people don't know, we have two physical plants. We have our main facility in Rhode Island, it's about 200,000 square feet, and then in Florida. So the precautions in particular in Rhode Island are we've staggered our shifts. And honestly, I think one of the benefits of having a large facility is we've got a lot of open air. Becky, I'm sure in your areas, respirators, the mask, all that stuff helps. But we're not in confined spaces. All of our office folks, as of last Monday, basically went to working from home. Maintenance crews were cleaning diligently and just taking all those precautions, but basically shift changes. So we have less people in the facility, social distancing, so we can work without having people on top of each other. It's not easy. Raz has basically made the stance that we are a critical part of the supply chain. Our number one priority, as we all say on the road, our recycler family is our number one priority. Doesn't change. And as long as we can keep open and keep the material coming in, we can turn cash, we can turn product, help you in every way we can.
Good. Well, good. So Teresa, tell us about what's going on at CarPart right now.
CarPart's really odd right now. I guess the actual home office is down to like 90% of the people working from home. For those of us on the road, is really weird because I'm usually gone 3 weeks every month, sometimes more. And this is what we call trade show season. For me, it's really odd because I'm such a hands-on trainer type of person. So I spend a lot of time out here when it's not raining, personally, on my deck. Thank God the boys built me this for my birthday this year, and it's my outdoor living room right now. We just got this property of 80 acres in southern Missouri. So that part's nice. I don't have any neighbors that I need to social distance with. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay.
There's some wind blowing, your camera's moving around, but we can hear you.
Yeah, I've got
Stop
the wind today,
Teresa.
but no rain.
Stop the
I've got
wind.
the birds chirping. Stop wind. Okay,
Teresa, is that a tag I see on your hat?
Oh, yeah. So one of the things from working from home for me is the fact that I'm still living in a camper. Well, we're getting ready to build right out here, and right now I'm literally living in a camper. My hair dryer broke about 6 months ago. So about 3 hours ago, Vince texted me and said, "Hey, you want to do a live video?" I'm like, "Sure," except I don't have a hair dryer. So my son was on his way to Tractor Supply. Otherwise, you guys would be seeing no haircut Teresa. Yeah, I probably should take the tag off the hat. Okay. So
Yeah.
there we go.
You got the whole mini pearl thing going on. So
I
you're
have
fine.
the mini pearl thing going on. Yes, this is a brand new hat. Thank you for noticing, Vince. Yeah, we really didn't want to see Teresa with no hair dryer hair.
That's great. That's
Hey,
great.
Vince,
Yeah.
speaking of trade shows, last couple of years being out there on the road, I just wanted to give a shout out to all my friends in the upper Midwest. You notice I got my cheesehead cap last year, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Fantastic. I don't know if anyone's on with us today from those states. And then prior to that, I was up in the Maritimes in Canada doing the Gorton Fisherman routine. So
Oh,
shout
God.
out to our customers out there, wherever you are.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, hopefully they're chiming in. I know that on YouTube, it's such a good look too. On YouTube, we've got European Auto Recycling. They've chimed in. Ding's Auto Parts. I see Rodney on there. Mark, Jim
Nice.
McKinney. And
Nice.
so people are funneling in, and we're really happy that they're taking time out of their day to watch this. Yeah, so we're all locked down. I mean, that's kind of weird for us road warriors. So let me ask you this: what's been your quarantine binge?
I've been very good. I've not really been binging, except maybe a couple of days I had some ice cream.
Oh, you're talking food. I was talking like Netflix or Hulu. I mean, yeah. Have you got me?
Yeah, well, the Netflix binge, without a doubt. The Durrells on Prime Video is pretty good.
The Durrells. Okay, I haven't heard of that one.
Cranky English kind of thing. Not for everybody, for sure.
Gotcha.
Paul, did you watch Sandition
No,
Masterpiece?
no.
So yeah, it's well, I'm like on both sides of the spectrum with that, Vince. We've got like Hunters going with Al Pacino on Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, Hunters.
Watch that.
Yeah, and then on the other, when I'm by myself, I just finished it's the unfinished works of Jane Austen. It was called The Brothers Parker, but the Masterpiece Theater named it Sandition. It was good. It was just 6 parts.
Wow. Yeah. So I watched Hunters. That was early on. That was good. And then we started. So I started looking for. Here's a little insight into my warped brain. I started looking for virus-based stories. So I went back and watched I Am Legend. There was a couple of them. Oh, I watched Contagion. And then we started binging The Last Ship, which I think it was a cable TV series. I think there's several seasons of it. So we're into season 2 of that, which is about a virus outbreak that, takes out most of the population. So, I'm just kind of leaning into it and enjoying the storylines that are a little too close to reality right now. Teresa, what about you? Are you binging any TV shows that you?
I don't in the camper.
Watch TV. I don't watch TV.
Oh, good for
but
you.
That struck a little close to home because I've been binge reading, and Nora Roberts has a series about the Doom.
Wow.
That was also stricken a little close to home that I decided to. Book 3 came out, so I reread book 1 and 2 when I got 3, and yeah, you're right. It's a little close to home that half the population is wiped out. My binge though is now being able to cook. So my son, he's a pipe fitter. He was working in Oklahoma and at a hospital though. So their job site, he got sent home. And it's pretty funny because he walked in last night and I had made my mom's cast iron skillet pork chops with mashed potatoes and gravy and the whole bit. He was like, "This smells like my childhood."
Wow, that sounds
I
amazing.
thought that was pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Vince has been cooking too. I mean, if you're not watching his TikTok, I just saw how
Oh
he
my
made
gosh,
sauce.
my
I was
my
like,
red
okay.
gravy sauce is coming up tomorrow, Vince.
Yeah, we do that. We do that about maybe 3 or 4 times a year. We will make that big vat, and then I usually get about 20, 23 quarts, and that keeps us for a few months because we consume it.
See, I've
And
never canned it.
I give it a lot. I give a lot of it away, and then we just consume it. But yeah, so yeah, when it comes to food, that I'm not proud of some of the food decisions that I have made over the past 10 days, 11 days. It's been, being shut in and then having a passion for cooking is not a good combination right now. So I need to get out and walk a little bit, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
go
that's
ahead.
the thing. The world is just like, we're normally like Teresa just said, we're usually on the road together at this time of year, and it's like the whole world has just slowed down. So it's kind of neat to see, like, people walking their dog. I mean, I have more time to walk in the evening than I normally have. Trying to go. I am here at the office, but I'm only one of two. But I mean, it's just different, right? Cooking, walking. My daughter and her girlfriends, they're like in their mid-20s doing cross stitch. I mean, it's like the world is really changing.
Yeah.
How many of you would put in the chat? How many of you think there's some positives to the slowdown?
Well,
I mean, maybe not from a business and a fear perspective, but is it giving you a different perspective on your business? Is it giving you time to catch up and look at your matrix? Like, are you enjoying your family more?
Personally, I would say yes.
Go ahead.
But you
Paul.
can't be with them, so that's the hard part. But with video streaming and whatnot, it does help. But it's just the isolation, I think, personally, that just kind of, I always look for the silver lining. Hey, my health, my family, and all that good stuff. So it's hard to knock us down. We've been through a lot in our years in the business, and I would look at the folks that are watching today and say, hey, I don't own my own business anymore, but I can't get it out of me, right? So I feel, and when I'm talking to recyclers about whatever product we're working with them on, I feel the pain when you have to look at people in the eye and maybe have to let them go. And, we're survivors by nature in this business. And I believe we'll get through this, but not without some pain.
Yeah.
And we got to have a sense of humor. Number one, sorry, you need it.
Yeah. No,
Absolutely.
I get it. So, and look, I just wanted to point out that, I don't take bribes, and I don't, obviously I'm agnostic. I love all our partners, but I'm just going to tell you, if you send me swag, I will wear the swag. I'm just saying. So, I'm not picking favorites. I'm just saying. I had a nice shirt. I thought, what should I wear today? And then this thing was just screaming at me. So I decided I'm not that cheap, Paul. I'm a little more expensive than that.
I'm thinking a car park shirt and maybe a bottle of Woodford Reserve would get me, front line standing next time.
I would take this off right now on
Okay.
camera.
Do it.
Everybody would log
Do
off.
it.
Put your address in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, type it in there. We need it.
Yeah.
It looks like Vince is looking for care packages.
No, I would not pander. I would not pander in such an obvious,
Right.
seamless way.
That's beneath him.
Look,
It's killing me.
I've been talking to several customers, and I know
Yeah.
Marty from Northlake mentioned it on that ARA meeting the other night. That they're taking this, like Polly said, they're taking it, as much as it stinks to sell less parts, they're using the time to do projects. So many of them have said, we've had lists of things, we need to get this done, we need to get this done. And that's what they're doing now, is taking that time to get it done.
Yeah.
putting order, putting
ahead.
order to your process. You know, one of the things that that we're really trying hard to do is make sure that we have standard operating procedures for every aspect of our company and for everyone's job. So it's really interesting for people in our teams to like cross train. Someone's in the office, the other people are working remotely. So, I mean, we're looking at software like Trainual, like a manual and Trainual and training, you know, and just trying to make sure that we're taking this time to really shore the ship and make sure that everything's standardized. Because, you know, I've told our team, our standard work is just our baseline for you guys. We want to exceed our standard work. Right. It's really important in our process that everything is accounted for in your material. So that's like, you know, that's something we really, it's like our brand promise, right? That it's a process you can trust. And so just making sure that if someone can't come to work next week, that the process doesn't fail because everyone is trained properly and everyone knows the procedures.
Yeah. Well, I want to check in real quick and make sure that you guys who, you know, Becky, Teresa, Paul, we've got a little over 20 people watching us live right now. Andy Latham from the UK has chimed in to say hey and wish everybody well. So you know, we've got lots of people commenting. Jim McKinney, Matt Hamlin, Rodney, and even Sandy and Conrad's Auto Salvage. So we want to say hey to everybody.
Gallery.
Yeah, we love it. We love that you guys are on here and watching. We hope you're finding it entertaining and a way to kill a little bit of time. You know, you brought up Marty Hollingshead, and there was an email string going around this morning with the EC. I want to read you something that Marty wrote. He said, we were talking about just you know, how to handle employees and business partners, things like that. And some of what he said is just amazing. He goes, he says, you got to do your very best to support and stand by those you employ as well as those you deal with. As bad as things seem right now, it will pass. What you do or don't do will be remembered long after this is over. And so I just think that's a really smart and insightful words from Marty. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Yeah, one of the things, and I'm sure it's happening in your organizations too, is just communicating daily with the entire company. If you're in leadership in the company, you know, it's just, and if you're working for someone, I'm sure Jeff and Roger are doing this. I'm sure Marcy and Steve are, you know, they're doing this. It's just communicating your care for your team, for your employees, and letting them know what's going on and treating them like adults, right? These are serious times. And I think it's really important to communicate with your entire company truthfully and honestly, and also with your customers and your vendors, you know, just at where you really are in the process and what you're doing to take care of your people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's contingency plans on contingency plans. You know, don't get knocked out at the knees. And now's the time to take a hard look at your company and your business and make plans for everything.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Paul, I gotta ask, what is that, a monkey behind you?
Okay, so I've taken the monkey approach. If you've known me over the last few years, I used to do a seminar, Don't Feed the Monkey. It's about you as an owner and how you work your machine, your company. And many of us tend to micromanage, and some may not manage at all. But the monkey on your back is that one thing that, man, it's holding you back from doing a lot of other things. So I use monkeys nowadays, like our team, as of last Monday, it was like one monkey meme a day. And then, you know, it's talking about, how about your customers, your recyclers? What is the monkey on their back? They haven't really been processing cores or pulling airbags. What is the holdup? What's the barrier? How can we eliminate that to really let things go? And in fact, I got a little friend of mine right here, Sock Monkey. And that's the monkey on our back right now, the coronavirus.
Yeah,
Right?
it is.
But look, like Becky said, take this time, look at your business process. Who's doing what? we are notoriously not really good at proceduralizing our business, our functions, because we're too busy in the weeds of the business. So that might be the monkey right now, besides the coronavirus, that you look at and say, hey, I can do this differently. And I'm hoping that we don't have to furlough people, we don't have to lay them off, that we can utilize this time. We've got value in our vehicles. We've got inventory. You know, there's, whether it's commodities, oil that you can use for heat, or key fobs that maybe, we don't need that. Now all of a sudden, guess what? We can go back to our cars and squeeze that lemon and get more juice out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And take a
Albert,
look at your online sales. I mean, people are using eBay and Carpart. You know, there's online sales out there. And like Becky said, cross training. I mean, I've always preached cross training at my yards over and over again, because so many people, if someone doesn't show up, like Becky said, not just for the virus, maybe they have a flu, maybe they have a baby, maybe they have a death in the family. And all of a sudden, no one knows how to do that job. So I've always said that every single person needs to be cross-trained for other jobs. And now's the perfect time for that.
yeah. Yeah, that's really true. Albert Hart, he says, he commented, said New Orleans is open and pushing parts. So that's awesome. We're
All right.
glad to hear that. So yeah, I mean, I think we're going to wrap this up. I've asked if there's any questions. So if anybody asks a question in the next minute or two, I'll put it out there. But yeah, I was just hoping to get together for a little bit, have a little bit of fun, hear from you guys, and hopefully bring a little sunshine to this situation. So I really appreciate you guys taking time to do this. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm sorry that the Facebook thing didn't work out, but it looks like plenty of people are logging on. We'll have this posted on Facebook when we're done, and everybody will get to see it. So so thank you guys very much. Any final parting words? How are you dealing with the boredom? Do you have a lot of people in your house? Like, how many people? Let's go around the horn. Like, Teresa, how many people do you have in your house right now?
3.
Okay.
But I have 6 dogs.
What?
So we have the 2 campers set up. Yeah, 6 dogs right now.
That's
So
excessive.
that's the crazy part. Hey, we only had 1 when we moved out here. Okay, that's my life is insane right now. But if anybody wants to practice social distancing, they're more than welcome. The ponds are stocked if you're in southern Missouri. Bass Lake, Catfish Lake, Perch Lake. Come on.
Wow.
You're more than welcome to come on out. And I don't fish, but maybe I'll take it up.
Right. That's awesome.
We've got 3 vents in the house and a dog, but Sandy just wanted to remind everyone that ARA University is ready 24/7 for training. So if you haven't had time to do that, before, now might be a great time to get your guys on there and women.
Absolutely.
Right.
Good time.
Remember that it's free if you belong to ARA. You don't have to pay extra for ARA University anymore.
Look
No
at that.
charge if you belong to ARA.
This is beautiful. I wish I had a Carpart shirt or something. I'd be wearing that right now. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So we got 4 people here and 2 dogs, and I got a woodpecker. My wife set me up in the living room overlooking the windows, and the woodpecker's drilling a hole in my chimney.
Oh my
Every now and then I hear that little son of a gun. I don't have a gun, but man, I'd love to knock him off.
Yeah. So
Go up on the roof and lure it out with something.
Yeah,
So- yeah.
I'll put a safety net first, because this guy doesn't do roofs.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like ladders much, but so we've got 5, including myself, here. And my one daughter is she was actually quarantined to her room. I like that. She was actually quarantined to her room. She had symptoms of the coronavirus a while ago, over a week ago, and so we took her to the doctor. She got tested. They did not test her for coronavirus. They just said, quarantine her. So we did, and then she's been 7 days without any symptoms. She's been fine. So she actually was able to come out of her room the other day, last night. I told her she had to stay in there until today at 12:06. She walked out of her room and said, "I'm done." And she considers herself a corona survivor. So. But other than that, we're all doing good. Everybody's good. We don't have any animals at this
Hey,
time, just
Did
5
you
humans
hear?
all
You
together.
know, with everyone home
I
right
can
now,
send you a
in 9 months,
couple.
it's gonna be a baby boom. They're gonna call them coronials.
Vince, I can send you a couple dogs with that bottle of whiskey.
No, well, no, still no.
When you live on a farm, people just drop them off, okay?
That's not cool. Oh my gosh, Sandy. Hey, Paul, Sandy just commented on our YouTube. She says woodpeckers nests for life.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, great.
Paul better find a new home, she said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a
yeah,
howitzer.
yeah,
Oh, I
that's
have
so
about 20 woodpeckers in the tree next to ours, but I could always send you something to borrow if you need it.
Thank you. Yes.
cool. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, look, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope it was fun for everybody. I enjoyed seeing you guys and can't wait to see you again soon. So thanks again, you guys.
All
Thanks
right.
for having
Thanks
us.
for
That
having
was
us.
fun.
Take care.
Thanks, guys.